Are mortgage rates really headed in a lower direction, and are buyers really jumping back in the home search market? Well, that's what we're talking about today. And if you're a home seller, well, I hope this information is going to help you decide what you should or shouldn't do right now in this market, so stay tuned. Hi neighbors, Catherine Newman here, and I just put out this video right here about the recent Fed meeting. We just had it a day ago, and how that small 0.25 basis rate cut was already kind of baked into the rates that we've been experiencing for the past, I'd say about a week and a half. And actually, once that Fed rate cut did happen yesterday, well, wouldn't you know, the mortgage rate actually edged up a little bit, just a tiny bit, but go figure.
Oh, are you kidding me?
But mortgage rates are finally heading in the right direction. Well, because at least they're not going up. And in some locations across the country, especially here in Florida, buyers are starting to jump back in the home search market. And you guys hear me talk all the time about my calendar. I'm typically busy with buyers on a weekly basis, but even I've had to rearrange things to get more buyers in. And according to the data, buyer demand has considerably gone up, right? It has increased since we saw that new low for 2025. Now, the Mortgage Bankers Association reports that applications for home loans were up 23% compared to the first week of September last year, 2024. And if you've been waiting to sell, or maybe your listing recently expired because the market was slower than any of us was hoping it was going to be, well, maybe right now is the time for you to reconsider your move, because buyer demand is the highest it's been since July of this year. And if you need to, or maybe you just want to sell, maybe you don't want to miss this window. And as you always hear me say on this channel, that this time of the year, moving into the holiday season, and I'd say right after Halloween, is always a great time, especially in Florida, to put your house on the market, simply because, well, you know, here we're not as seasonal as the rest of the country, and many people will wait to put their home on the market. There would be sellers saying, I'll wait until January and the new year when all of the seasonal traffic is there. They're waiting for that time, so they don't even put their home on the market. Or, which is even more common, people often take their homes off the market to avoid showing their homes over the holidays. So I want you to think about it. Less homes on the market over the holidays means more ready buyers are coming to see whose house? Yep, you's house. They're coming to see your house. Well, because the inventory does fall a little bit, and home sellers, you're going to have less competition.
Shut the front door.
So if you are a would-be seller, I want you to think about using this upcoming holiday season to promote your home to your advantage, wherever you live across the country. And if you're here in my areas on the Gulf Coast, I want you to call me because you want to know how the holiday season could be, I'm just saying could be for some of you, a great strategy for selling your home, and for a little bit better than when there's a ton of inventory on the market. And if you haven't heard me talk about these topics before on this channel, well, it's probably because you haven't subscribed yet. So I do hope that if you find some value in the information that I provide on this channel, I would really appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that I can keep this information coming at you, and so that you're always alerted when a new video is available. When rates drop, buyers react.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
So here's what's happening. The 30-year mortgage rate dropped to 6.13% earlier this week. And as I said, that's really the lowest it's been since October of 2024, and that's a good sign. And of course, that decline followed a weak job growth. And of course, there were other economic indicators that are fueling speculation that the Federal Reserve may cut the federal funds rate multiple times this year. And we saw the first one just a day ago. And mortgage rates started dropping, as I said before, because financial markets are anticipating those Fed decisions. And that opens the door for more buyers to act. Now, since today's buyers are looking really at every angle to make home purchases more affordable, and of course that makes all the sense in the world, those buyers are much more sensitive to even the slightest movement in mortgage rates. Basically, it boils down to this. As affordability improved, so does buyer demand. This is a graph based on an average 30-year fixed rate. And it's showing that since about this time last year, 2024, we've been in a plateau of really limited buyer demand. But now that the rates are coming down, buyer demand is getting better. And of course, the closer we see that rate maybe hover around the 6% mark, we might even see that buyer demand tick into the strong category, and that's what we're hoping to see. Of course, time is going to tell, as I already shared with you, that the Fed is expected to cut the funds rate 2 more times this year. So what does this mean for you? If you're looking to move, maybe it's time to get serious about what's happening in the market right now and how you can use the key moments that we're seeing right now with these rate decreases to your advantage. Maybe you have an expired listing that sat without any offers earlier in the year, or maybe you held off on selling altogether because you thought buyers weren't out there. But this rate movement really could be your signal that those buyers are coming back. Now, again, you're not going to see a huge surge of buyers in the market like we saw a few years ago, but this really could be your window. And sellers, here's the opportunity. If you list your home while buyer activity is rising, and hear this, before more sellers in your neighborhood do too, yeah, it might be to your advantage because other homeowners, well, they may not see this shift for a while. So maybe you can get a leg up on the competition if you act now. On the flip side, if you wait as a seller because you hear, well, Catherine, there's going to be more buyers if the rates continue to itch down by the end of the year, and that's true, there could be more. Remember, there are also going to be more sellers putting their home on the market thinking the same thing you're thinking. So why take that risk? A trusted local real estate professional in your area can help you assess your home's value. They're going to help you fine-tune your pricing strategy and, of course, come up with a great marketing strategy to make sure that your home stands out to the serious buyers who are actually taking action on buying homes right now, today. And guys, I'm showing houses to these people, so maybe your home should be on their list. So what's the bottom line? Well, buyers are watching the rates. They are weighing their options, and they are starting to get off the sidelines. If you are thinking about selling, this may be your chance to maybe get ahead, and you want to make sure that your house shows up for the right buyers at the right time. And if that's you, then definitely reach out to your real estate professional in your area, or if you're in my areas, let's connect. I can help walk through the steps with you and make sure that you're making the best of this time, making the most of this moment. And for some of you, it won't be the right time. And I'm very honest with you about that if now is not the right time for you. If you are wanting to sell, of course, you have to have, again, the right pricing strategy. Remember, you are competing with builders who are handing out all kinds of incentives. You can give incentives too. You also need to make sure that your home is properly leveraged with paid ads on social media sites. That's where people are shopping. You shop for stuff on social media. I buy stuff off TikTok, and when I see stuff on Instagram that interests me, and of course, Facebook ads and that sort of stuff. So why isn't your house showing up on those ads too? So you want to make sure that when you market your home, it is being strategically placed in ads that are targeting people looking for a home just like yours. So again, talk to your real estate professional about what kind of social media marketing that they do. And if you're in my areas, I'm so happy to meet with you, be honored to meet with you, walk through your home, give you an accurate, detailed description on what's selling in your area and the value for your home. And also, of course, I include staging with my listings, and I think that it just really sets your home apart. I'm going to walk through the house with you and say, hey, let's move that. Let's remove these things. Let's put this here. And then I'm going to bring my team in and get your home ready and make your home look amazing so that it appeals to the most people in that price range that is looking for a home like yours. So don't hesitate to give me a call. And I sure appreciate you subscribing to this channel so I can keep you updated on all things real estate and the lifestyles that we have here on the Gulf Coast. We're so blessed and honored to be able to live in a place like this. It's just paradise. Well, maybe not paradise, but sometimes it's paradise every day. Sometimes it's not so paradisical. I don't even think that's a word. But anyway, I'm Catherine Newman. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are so much fun. Look forward to chatting with you. I'll see you on the flip side. See you then.